How we doing, everybody? Day 101, part 2. So, in the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, right now we're on chapter 5, the law of E.F. Hutton. So, this chapter really goes into talking about positional leadership versus authentic leadership. Okay, like we said in the law of influence chapter, leadership is not a position. It is a person who has influence over others. Some nice quotes that I read from this chapter is one of them is from Margaret Thatcher. Being in power is like being a lady. If you have to tell people you are, you aren't. So a leader is not someone that you would necessarily, scream to the top of the hills, I'm a leader, I'm a leader, you gotta listen to me. No, a leader is someone who has influence within themselves that people listen to you and hear what you have to say because of how your influence, can help them, help the team, help the situation. I know even yesterday I had a situation, in my department where they had late orders, and I wasn't there one of the days, and so the day I wasn't there, they had late orders. So, when I came in, I didn't beat them up. I just basically, came in and told them what they need to do. And I didn't even talk directly, which is another leadership strategy. I talked directly to my team leads. Okay, I didn't really, I talked somewhat to the team, but I was spending time with my team leads. And then from that point, let them carry out the plan that I had set up, for them to succeed. And so when I wasn't there, they had about 10 late orders with 60 orders. When I showed up yesterday, gave them a game plan, gave them a structure. They shipped over 100 orders on time. So, people see the difference, when someone is present. It's not because the company says you're a leader, but when you step to the plate, you solve problems, without a sense of pride that people need to understand I'm in charge. When I talk to them, I don't talk to them as if someone that is in charge. I talk to them as if we're partners. We are partners. And I always leave it open for someone else to give a better strategy or anything like that. But you have to, whether it's my strategy or someone else's strategy, you got to stand criticism. You know what I mean? So, when it comes to solving problems, title or no title, someone that just thinks through problems, approaches it confidently, title, no title, that person is me. And that has to be not just, here at my job, but, it has to be, that same, process and that same characteristics can play out in the church. It can play out in social circles. People know who's in charge. After watching for a little while, they can tell who's in charge, even if it's their first day. There was one thing that this chapter talked about. I think was awesome. It talked about how positional leaders speak first. Real leaders speak later. Positional leaders need the influence of the real leader to get things done. Real leaders need only their own influence to get things done. Positional leaders influence only other positional leaders. Real leaders influence everyone in the room. So, and then the side note is here, the proof of leadership is found in its followers, in the followers. So, the thing is as a leader, real leadership is going to gather followers. It's going to gather people that want to be led by this person because there's a mutual benefiting transaction going on. And that's what I want to do with this journey home. And that's what I'm looking to do. And you know, with this journey home, it's about kingdom purpose, you know, more than anything. This is about me wanting to provide insight into issues of life and how we can apply a kingdom mentality to solve those issues. I believe to an extent, us as in the body of Christ, the church, we have applied kingdom mentality to a degree. But I believe that there's so much, you know, that needs to be done and needs to be thought out, and there's so much kingdom mentality left that we can add to our situations. So, you know, I know even right now, you know, it may only be a few people watching this video, but the things that I'm working on, the things that I'm letting God lead me, so then I can be, I can learn to be led, will make me an even much better leader. And when I'm following God and God is leading me to be a problem solver, people will gather around me. I will have people that want to follow and that want to serve and be a part of the things I have going on, because what I'm working on solves a problem for them, you know, and this is going to solve, and what I'm working on is going to solve the problem for the millionaire, and it's going to solve the problem. It's going to solve a problem for the minimum wage worker, you know, because my leadership, what I'm working on, my leadership is going to be able to benefit people of all kinds of background. You know, there's a stretch, there's a reach that the problem solving that I'm working with on God right now, just ironing out, it's going to have a huge reach, where it's going to reach beyond just a race, particular race or a social group or people in a certain, you know, economic status. You know, it's going to not only get you out of debt, but help you prosper once you're at the millionaire status. See, all those are things I'm working on right now with the Lord. So, you know, with that type of reach, like this book says, you know, I'm not going to have to tell people I'm a leader, but I'm going to lead by example. And then people are going to listen, you know, out of respect and out of desiring more for themselves. So, you know, that's what I have today. You know, real leadership, you know, is not something that needs to be said. It's demonstrated. You know, it is demonstrated. You know, and people know it. You know, real leaders, people know. Your leadership, if you're a real leader, people know it. Just by watching you, even if it's for 10 minutes. They can watch me for 10 minutes. I can tell you who's the leader. So, you know, I'm about to get out of here. But definitely the law of E.F. Hutton, you know, this great chapter, you know, about distinguishing positional leaders from real leaders. Because, you know, there's a difference between the two. All right, well, I'll talk to you all later.